Hello and good morning, doctor. As I'm recording in the morning, my name is Ahmad Tarek. I'm going to be presenting my part B of the exam, final exam. Uh, I'm going to be presenting the COVID cases in Egypt, as I'm from Egypt. But sadly, in Egypt, we do not have an app that is similar to mine, Sujihatra. So I used the most relevant online resources I could find. So before I start, I would like to explain my perspective about visualization. What visualization is actually trying to, as the name implies, trying to showcase data in a visual manner that any, I might say, user or individual can understand what the data represent easily and grasp the idea and the information it conveys. So in this, and for example, in this case, we want to convey the data and information we gathered about COVID. So we try to use visualization to represent it. Visualization has multiple ways of representing data, such as graphs, maps, tables, etc. Okay, so for my project, I created actually two graphs. One is a line graph, which shows the total COVID cases per month throughout 2021. And the other one is a donut graph, which shows the percentages of deaths, active cases, and recovered, and also with some extra information that I'll explain later. Okay, so let's start with my simplest and basic one. This graph shows you the percentages of the number of cases per month throughout 2021. So in January we had roughly over 20,000 cases. On February we are so close to the 30,000 mark. March, we crossed the 30,000 cases, which is a very slight increment, which is good. On April, we also had a very small increase in number of cases, and we didn't reach the 40,000. On May, we had a very, very big increase, which is roughly around 15,000 cases, and we reached, if not crossed, the 50,000 case mark. And on June, we are so close to the 50,000 mark, and we still have around a week going. But the good information is that it was reported that the average number of infections per day is falling, and that is roughly around 500 cases per day over the last 3 weeks. So hopefully, we are not going to reach the 60,000 cases at the end of June, and it will keep on decreasing. Okay, my second graph is shows the percentages of death, recovered, and active cases, uh, keeping in mind the total number of cases. So we have a 2% death, which is good. 26.3 percentage recovered, who were infected, of course, which is actually not very bad. And active, which is 71%, which is a very big number. But keep in mind that in Egypt, actually, the cure, or the, I forgot what is it called actually, the cure is actually not that common in Egypt yet, as it is in Malaysia or some other countries. So I think this will decrease by the end of June, but currently it's not very working very fine because it's not very popular. The other information that it shows is death is increment, recovery increment, and infections increment. These numbers represent how much death, how much each specific respective category has increased from 2020 to 21. So we have 10% increase in deaths from 2020 to 2021, 34% increase in recovery, which of course is thanks to the vaccine, but it should be higher because the more the vaccine gets popular. And we also sadly have a 56% increase in infections. Why? I just want to highlight that this is higher because in Egypt, actually, we don't have. Uh, I always forget the word. We do not have. What is it called? Everybody doesn't stay at home and they go out. If you understand what I mean. We don't have. I forgot the word. Oh my god. Sorry, doctor. Uh, Yeah, I think I'm not gonna recover it soon, but yeah, we people do not stay at home, and the government does not force us to stay at home. Everybody can do what they want, so I think that's why we have the 56% increase in infection ratio. Okay, so these are my main two graphs that I created. Now I'm gonna compare them to the sources that I collected from. So these are the two sources that I collected the information from: Reuters COVID-19 trackers and the World Ometer tracker. So the first one shows the total cases, deaths, and recovered, and shows some graphs that explain that show from since February 2020 until January of 2021. All the graphs are as such, and the deaths, cases, and also daily cases. The second one is a little bit more in detail, and it has a lot of graphs that represent deaths also. Lockdown, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Sorry. And also sometimes compare it to other countries in Africa, other sides of Africa like South Africa, Zambia, Tunisia, etc. Which is appearing to this website we are actually doing better than some other countries in Africa. Why I think my representation is better than these two websites? Mainly because of this website. Uh, my representation, I think, uh, collects all the information that is represented in the website into simple graphs to illustrate how is the situation going. For example, these information can be useful for people who are in medicine or people who are on businesses who are really, really concerned about the situation and want to know everything in detail. But for example, for a humble student like for a simple student like me or anybody who just wants to know what's going on, are we getting better or worse? I think my graphs convey if not all the similar, but if not all the information into simple graphs giving the total deaths and how many deaths we have per day, percentages, and also the increment. So that's why I think my graphs are better, in my opinion, than uh, the websites or the resources that I gathered. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to be attaching the graphs. Sorry, I'm going when I upload the video. I'm going to upload them to Google Drive and put the links to the graphs in the description of the video, and also the links to my resources or reference. Okay, so that's it. Thank you, doctor, and thank you very much for helping us throughout the course. Wish you a wonderful day. And goodbye.